Hey guys, Mike here. No, we're not talking about foamies. We're going to talk about CARF Spitfire today. On one of the forums online, I don't know if it was on Facebook or RC groups, somebody asked me if I thought that the plane would CG without having to add weight given the size of those packs. So I have a pair of LIHV 6S 22,000 milliamp SMC packs in the nose. And let me walk up here. So they're inside. They're just sort of laying in the position, but the wooden firewall is here, and this is the battery compartment here. You can see the hatch is sort of stressed because the batteries are partially laying on it, but the batteries are pushed as far forward as they'll go, and with these two LIFE receiver packs pushed right here, this thing is CGing perfectly. I'm going to make it a little bit more nose heavy so that the first flights aren't really, nail biters or knee shakers, but it looks like it's going to go together pretty nicely without having to add lead, right? We all hate adding lead. So let me change my point of view and show it to you from the back. So you can see the tail is nicely off of the stool support here. And I use something called, let me see if I can zoom in on it a little bit. Can you guys see that? Easy Balancer from easybalancer.com. This will balance aircraft up to like 75 pounds. I had zero desire to set up one of those, I don't know what they're called, the rig, the suspension you hang from the rafters of your house and you do all kinds of math with weights and you get a sorcerer in to help you, I don't know, burn incense or whatever, but I don't go for that. I spent a couple of bucks on this thing and I've used it on some of my big planes and it works really well. It's just like the simple balancer. It's kind of like putting on your fingertips, except, for a plane that weighs 35 or 40 pounds, you can't put on your fingertips unless you're, really strong. But here's how it works. See if I can zoom in a bit. There's a little gap there. There you go. That panel line is where the plane CGs, and just above that nut, there's a little kerf, a little cutout in the wing support, and that is where you place the CG. It has a pin below the nut so that the plane won't fall off if you're wildly out of shape. It'll just go to one extreme or the other and sit there. But it's really very simple. It's it's the same way that we CG'd our planes in the old days with the little CG machine. Anyway, I'm really excited that this is going to come in very close to 33, 34 pounds, which is, pretty doggone light for a plane this big with a wing area like this. I think I mentioned before, I've estimated with my bad math that this wing has about 2,000 square inches of area, which is a hell of a lot of wing. So I'm kind of excited. So we're getting closer and closer to maiden. There's still a few things to do, but not major stuff. I've got a camping trip with Adam, Lily, and the guys this weekend, so it's going to be mostly, a little bit of boozing it up, a little bit of fireworks, a little bit of flying in the backyard, maybe some crawlers and trucks. So probably get pushed back a week or so on this. But I've got to get it in the air. Here's another view. I'm really, really excited about this. It really balanced beautifully. So you can see all the toys I have in the background. I've been building and flying for a long time. All right, guys, I'll update this maybe next week. Take it easy.